Okay, so you know that the list of ball players from the 1960s that reached statistical milestones is huge. You know, it's also full of Hall of Famers, big-time Hall of Famers. As a card collector, you know all the names, like stars from the 50s that were starting to shut down their career a little, like Stan Musial, Duke Snider, Warren Spahn. And then there were those that were established already, creating their legacies, like Roberto Clemente, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays. And then there were the rookies. There were a lot of great rookies from the 60s. Tom Seaver, Nolan Ryan, Pete Rose, Reggie Jackson. And there were a lot more, too. It was a great decade. A great decade for baseball. Now, what I'm going to do is show you a bunch of cards from a set from that era that'll blow your mind because they're so pure and they look so wonderful. But there's a little backstory to them, and we'll go over that in just a moment. But I'm going to impersonate an influencer with a lot of money. You know the guy. And I'm going to show you this incredible set that you can afford, and we'll highlight some of the players. Now, this is something timeless and vintage. No speckles, no sprinkles, no unicorns, no jewel tones, just superstars and simplicity. And I'll show you exactly how I'd spend Geoff Wilson's money.
Those rookies got hype, but they don't last long. But Babe Ruth's legacy, that's forever strong. Paying Jeff's money for the thrill of the chase. Old school legends in a new wave space. Spend Geoff Wilson's money, stacking the loot. Vintage cards rise, man, they just keep shooting. Modern's cool, but it ain't got the weight. Old school value, it's never too late. Spend Geoff Wilson's money, watch it grow. Vintage is king, that's the way to go.
All right, George, knock it off. There'll be no violence on this show. We love Geoff. Just take it easy, babe. Now, I do love spending Geoff Wilson's money. I feel like I do it better than he can. You know, really. I'd like to go toe-to-toe and spend his money and see how we turn out with some great cards. Because he likes to invest in new cards. That's not that bad of an idea, but I wouldn't put that much money in them. It's the stars and the scarcity of the vintage years that are going to hold their value. So let's date back a little bit. Back in 1968, the Topps research and development guys had an idea of creating a set that was truly super in every sense of the word, except size. Now, this is a beautiful and overlooked set from 1969, the 1969 Topps Supers. It's a 66-card issue, and it's a test issue. They weren't available in all areas of the United States. And despite the name, each full bleed card has rounded corners and is slightly undersized, measuring 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Now, I'm going to show you right now. It's interesting to see that the Topps folks played around with this size format with a lot of different cards. Now, in fact, take a look at this. This is one of the football cards, the contest cards from 1970, 71, I think. It is the exact same size as the 70 set, Topps Super 70 set. Another card that's like that is the hockey card from that era. You can tell, same size. Even the backs are a little similar. And take a look at this one. This is almost directly what we're looking at, almost directly the same thing. Same size, same type card. And the backs, almost identical. They were messing around at Topps with some really cool ideas of smaller cards. And you want to see something really amazing? Here, I just pulled up a 1969 random card that I just wanted to show you because I need to have a demonstration here. So take a look at the rounded portion of this card. It fits right inside the rounded portion of this card. It's a direct fit, a perfect fit. Sorry, it's kind of cumbersome like this, but there. You can see the border around it. Perfect fit inside that rounded corners of the 1969 cards. Beautiful cards. I don't know what they were doing when they were doing it. Perhaps they were trying to figure out ways to take costs down of creating cards. You know, the cardboard, you'd need less of it. Maybe that was a thing. Maybe they were concerned about not dinging up corners, because these babies, they don't have any corners. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but these cards have a lot going for them. Now, then someone there decided that they're going to really create supers from the early 70s. That is a 1971 Topps Super. Just so you can see the size difference. Beautiful, not quite super. Beautiful and super. And check out the thickness of this card. And look at those rounded corners. The 1971s are just like this, except for they have a 1970s back, like you're used to seeing. But the 70s have a lot of really bad edges and miscuts. The 71 is, it's not so bad. In fact, I couldn't find a whole lot of those. I was going to show you one for demonstration, but couldn't do it because there weren't that many of them from the 71 series. Now, I think some people, they think that these cards, these were actually inserted in the 1969 set. I could not find any indication that that was ever a case, even if it was a test situation. A lot of people have this in mind when they're doing that. These small contest cards, which, by the way, is the exact same size as this. Again, they use the exact same die to cut these cards from about 1969 to about 1972. They were using this format a lot in their special inserts and things. Now, it might be because, people thought that was it was like a Mandela effect, where, they had all those other things that they saw. The small 1969 decals, which were like little miniatures of the 69 cards. There was the decal edge and some stamps. So they just thought maybe these were going to be in there, but they weren't. These were test issues. And I'm not sure if it was New York or Michigan. Maybe it was both. Now, one interesting fact is that a lot of the images from this set are actually close-up images of the card from 1969. Not all of them, just some of them. One that you will notice is the Reggie Jackson rookie that's in this set. It's a direct, takeaway from that 69 set. It's just a little bit closer up, and it does look a little, and his autograph is different. It says Reginald Jackson instead of Reggie Jackson. You don't normally see that. 1/3 of the set of these 69 Supers are Hall of Famers. Big time. I'm going to call it golden age, at least my golden age of the 60s, Hall of Famers. They were awesome. Now, another thing is I don't have any of these, but there are some reprints of these, so be careful if you're going to go and start searching these out, taking a look for these things. The back is a much darker blue, and they'll look a little different, but, they are a reprint. And they're a lot cheaper. You'll see them online for, $20 as opposed to maybe $70 for these. So just be aware of that. And another thing that was really cool, in 2016, the Topps Archive set, they had an insert. Now, these were inserted in the cards from Heritage. And these are very close. I'll just pull up one of these other small cards here. You can see they're very, very close. They're just a little bit bigger than these cards, but these were inserted in the Topps Archives 2016, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're almost in the same design and the same mentality and the same style as that from 69. This is one of my favorite. This is Chris Bryant. I'm just going to show you a couple of them here. Freddie Freeman, look at that. That is really gorgeous. Buster Posey, look at the clouds behind him. A lot of depth there. I'll give you just one more. Edwin Encarnacion. Just beautiful. Anyway, if you can't afford the 69 Topps Supers, these are a nice substitute, and they're beautiful. And it's a small set, so you're not going to invest too much money in it. All right. So, a couple things about this 69 Topps set. We're going to just go over some of the cards. I'm going to show them to you here in just a minute. I'm not going to show you the whole set, because what I want you to do is go out on your own and start looking for yourself, researching these cards yourself to help build that legacy collection, that big collection, not just the tall collection. big one for your sets and more teams and just things that are just amazing to you. And I'm hoping that this set will amaze you. So I want you to go out and look for it. So we're just going to see some of the cards. And here's 2 cards that are going to enter my collection in 2025. And when that happens, I will share that with you. This one, Bill Freehand, and this one, Willie Horton. Love these guys, and they're going to be in my collection very soon. All right, there you go. You can improve your legacy collection with the vintage 1969 Topps Supers. They're cool cards. And like most cool cards, getting harder and harder to find raw. Now, everybody is grading them, as they are grading everything. But raw cards, if you can find them, are a third to maybe a quarter of the price of a graded card. And that helps keep these affordable. And if you don't need them graded, why get them graded? Unless you're going to sell them, that's probably a good idea. All right. Thank you for helping me spend Geoff Wilson's money. I told you I do a much better job than he does. And I'm looking forward to the next segment too, because it's out of this orbit. Orbit. That's a little clue for the next one. So keep watching. And hey, hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. I love that. I love that in you because you're a nice person. You're going to do that for me. All right. Because, my ego is so fragile. I need to have that, affirmation. So if you could do that, love it. Remember, find happiness with baseball cards. You can do it. You can bring it to yourself. All you need are just a few cards. Talk soon.
Cardboard meditation helps set your mind right. Thank you for watching. Show us your appreciation by clicking the like and subscribe button. Ring the bell while you're at it so you'll know when we upload a new story.